Hey y'all, how y'all doing? We gonna get us a reading for the sign of Libra. As you know, I began my pre-shuffle before I hit the record button. I'm gonna shuffle the deck one more time. We gonna cut the deck and we're gonna get the main energy out on the table for the sign of Libra. For the main energy for the sign of Libra. Energy for the sign of Libra. So them two came out together. Those two did too. So, first card out, we have the Eight of Earth in the reverse. Next card out, we have the Five of Water in the reverse. Next card, we have the Earth of Nine in reverse. We have the Salamanders in the upright. We have a Guardian Angel in the upright. And we have a Seven of Earth in the reverse. A Seven of Fire in the reverse. So I'm feeling like, hey, bottom of the deck. I'm feeling like you have a person, right? You or somebody may be feeling unfocused right now. You may be feeling unfocused about something that you more so was dedicated into investing your time to. It was something that you more so felt like you were a master in. Like you know how to do this. This is something that you could do. You can do it with your eyes closed, is how I always say it. But somebody lost focus because somebody had began to feel more so weighed down within their emotions. I'm not sure if somebody suffered from some form of depression or what another person has going on, but it left somebody in a position where they lost focus of, their lost focus of, because I keep wanting to say it's like something that they mastered, but it's like their main goal when they became weighed down with these emotions about the decisions that they have made, like the investments, the prepping for their long term, the seeds that they have more and so sown, the work that they have done. And with these salamanders in the upright, I'm feeling like this person may have had like little sparks of passion, but maybe this person never completely poured into themselves. It's like they never fully poured into themselves like they properly should have. Or guardian angels. It's like something with this being balanced out. It's like a balancing out because the harvest from the things that have more so been sown, it's like you got to work harder next time. You or somebody else that left somebody feeling like they have to work harder at whatever it is that they were more so trying to accomplish. And it's happening quickly, like, but it's like of somebody being stuck in I want to say stuck in a ego. I don't know why I want to say stuck in a ego, but you got somebody that's more so like fighting some type of battle of some sort, like it's some type of competition. Um, Somebody feeling like they have to protect themselves in some way, shape, or form. But it's something that's happening quickly. This Ace of Fire and the up, maybe. Okay. So again, we got somebody that more so had lost focus. They lost focus of what they were doing because they began to feel weighed down, or some type of suffering, some type of, like they were battling, more so with themselves, or emotions, or their mind, something with their mind, the way they feel. And you got a guardian angel that's more so showing up and balancing things out, letting the person know, that they more so still need to have faith in this situation, or have faith within themselves, or, this person needs to keep going. And next time, maybe just work a little bit harder, the seeds that you are sowing. Be more mindful of the seeds. So we're going to clarify some things for Libra. Clarify something. What's the state of Earth for Libra? It says pause. You are being asked to, well, it came out in the reverse, so it's like don't pause. And again, like I said, this is more so a situation where a person is feeling like they have lost sight, like they've lost focus, and something that they know how to do, something that they know is in them. It's not on them, it's in them. They master this. They could do this with their eyes closed. So it says you are being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself a step back to look at all of the possible outcomes and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. But that came out in the reverse. So I feel like you already know what you need to do in this situation. It's like you've paused long enough. You've mastered whatever it is that you are sitting here and questioning yourself about. And you know that you have the ability, to put things together. And what was more so weighing the person down, it says speak up. So I feel like this person was more so being weighed down by them not speaking up, and say what you are not saying that is eating you up inside. You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. So it's like a speaking up, Libra. You or another person was more so weighed down by the things that they were not saying. It wasn't even, the situation more so at hand is what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like it was the things, again, that was not being said. Like simple communication. The name of the channel, Simple Conversations 89. That's what we do. We just talk. Just talk. It say worth in the reverse. You are being asked to honor your worth. It can be so easy to feel that we aren't good enough or worthy of happiness. This simply isn't the case. However, you are worthy, and you are inherent value. You have inherent value. I'm sorry, I don't even know why I paused like that. It's time to cherish yourself and see your truth or your worth. And that was in the reverse. I'm feeling like, is somebody cocky in this situation or something like that? Because with this chameleon, these different sparks, you know what I mean? I'm feeling like somebody may have been cocky in a situation, like throwing their worth around. You know what I mean? Maneuvering however it is that they letting their worth go to their head, more so to speak. Create. You being asked to create your You're being asked to connect your creative side in whatever way feels best. This part of you needs extra attention right now. It needs to be expressed in a bigger way. But that came out in the reverse. I don't know what's going on, Libra, because it's like, I really feel like it's another person that more so needs the opportunity to come forth and be able to show, what they can create, their worth. Or what's this 7 of Earth? What's the 7 of Earth in the reverse? Let's say resolution. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way that we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. So again, like I said, those seeds that were sown that were not beneficial, you know, it's okay that they weren't beneficial for this harvest, you know. It's like it didn't work. I'm really feeling like it may have been some sort of competition or something like that that a person didn't win, or something type of battle that a person was competing for, where they feel like they more so didn't get the results that they wanted. And it's like, it's okay, you know, just like on Friday with Pops tell them, you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. That's the main goal, you know. As long as you survive, you know, you live to fight another day. So don't worry about it. It says pivot. Sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a great idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How could you pivot in just a little bit? So, you know, it's like redirect, or you know how you got to back up and then reassess and then go back forward with something again, you know. It's somebody who, it's like, you know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing, but I really feel like you're second guessing yourself. You're second guessing yourself in some way, shape, or form. When you more so, maybe it's a situation where you need to just do a little bit more research on whatever it is, you know, that you're more so looking into. Do a little more research and then see, you know, more so what you get from the research that you do, or up your information a little bit more, or something like that. Maybe you had like a PowerPoint or something. I keep getting that, like somebody had something that they were doing at work where they had two different people, you know, trying to present something, you know, and of course, like, naturally it's gonna have to get narrowed down to one person, and somebody is feeling like they more so caught the short end of the stick. And that is okay. I kid you not. Accepting rejection will help you get through life so much more easier, Libra. Like, it ain't no thing. It ain't no thing at all. So, what's this pause in the reverse? What's the pause in the reverse for Libra? It says intolerance. Differences are seen as threats rather than growth opportunities. Be inclusive. But that was in the reverse. So I'm feeling like a person more so needs to understand or learn how to tolerate the difference, you know. Maybe this was a situation where your mastery more so went to your head, and you had somebody else who came into a situation where they were newer in this, or, you know, they had a different idea other than how you were used to doing it, you know, and maybe you shot it down, you know, or maybe you choose not to listen to this person, or you're not open to this person because of the differences, the way you guys are. Like, it's hard for you to tolerate this person. Threats rather than growth. Yeah, it's like you view this person as a threat versus the opportunity for growth. Growth in whatever type of partnership this is. Need validation, seeking reassurance for your achievements, emotions, or decisions. Yeah. So it's fine, you know, because I always feel like everything is different levels, right? Maybe this is a situation where a person more so needs to, like, they felt a certain type of way about them not getting the proper validation. And again, this is a person who more so feel like they work hard at something, like they a master at this. They could do this with their eyes closed. So why is the person, maybe they got passed up for some type of level up in some way, shape, or form. I'm getting work or relationship. They feel like they was passed up for some type of advancement. What's the word? Facing fears. It's not about being fearless, but having the courage to progress despite them. So it's like, again, this secret competition that was more so going on, or I don't even know if it was a secret, but either way it go, this competing that was going on between these two different people, it left somebody in more so a position where they felt like, they were facing their fears. Like, but it's not about being fearless. It's not about doing something just to prove a point. Like, it's not about showing up just to prove that you're not scared. It's about you actually standing up for something that you truly believe in. Like this, maybe you feel like you were more passionate about this situation or whatever it is that you had going on, this project, than this other person was. It's not about being fearless, but having the courage to progress despite them. Yeah, to keep on going. Maybe just, again, I'm really feeling like this is a situation where a person is more so questioning themselves, like questioning them self-worth, like they're really beating themselves down about, whatever it is that happened with this situation, with this competing with this person. And it's like, it ain't even about that. It's definitely not about that. Like, everybody is going to be however good they are, whatever it is that, they have, like, within their own standings. Like, it ain't about competing. It ain't about competing, because you'll have people where you got two people competing and then you got one person that like both of the people. And therefore, y'all done canceled each other out that fast, What's this create in the reverse? What's this create in the reverse? What's this create in the reverse? Arrogance. Inability to see your flaws. Know your limitations while trying to learn and improve. See, maybe you were being kind of arrogant in this situation. Somebody was showing some form of arrogance, And somebody was in this situation showing up as if they were perfect. So again, maybe this is a person who more so holds a position, where they feel like they hold a certain form of power, like they can do no wrong. Like, they gonna show up and show out every time. And it's like this person began to feel like they were invincible because this person was being led as if they were uninvincible. But when this newer person came along, or this different energy, when things got balanced out, or when the harvest was weighed, more so to speak, it's like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Like, somebody has to make a decision, on which way to go. And you have somebody who more so was unable to see, like, their flaws. They couldn't see their flaws, and know your limitations while trying to learn and improve. Like, maybe a person was crossing over into a territory that had absolutely nothing to do with them. It's like, you don't even know how to maneuver over here, more so to speak, and you over here acting like that. It say roam free. Love your untamed and wild side. Follow your instincts and trust your inner voice. So somebody more so had like a limited way of thinking. Again, like I said, because this is something that was more so done over and over again. Like, you maybe, like, let's say, a person knows how to sew, and they've been sewing since they was a kid. Their grandmother taught them how to sew. So this person just continuously going through life and sewing, and this person may very be successful. Let's say this person opened up their own business, their own tailoring business, where they get money for sewing, or they're advertised in a certain type of way for sewing. And then you have another person who comes along, a younger person or whatnot, and they open them up a sewing shop too, and these two people may be doing the same thing. They both sew. They both have tailoring shops, So they're going back and forth and they're battling, and this other person comes up with something where it catapults them forward. And it leaves this other person feeling a certain type of way, really questioning like what they know, like, or really questioning like their worth and different things like that. It's like this person feels, you know, a certain type of way, and it's okay. Like, love your untamed and wild side, follow your instincts, and trust your inner voice. Like, it's okay. Again, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. You know how to readjust. Again, pivot. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't falling into place. Try to readjust something, do something a little bit different, and then move forward. What's this pivot? What's this pivot, Spirit? Indecision. You fear making the wrong choice, but learning to trust your instincts brings clarity. And that was in the reverse. So it's like the decisions, you know. I feel like the decision to more so compete, or the decision, like, again, to view this situation is more so like a competition instead of an opportunity. It's something that both parties on both ends need to be aware of. You know, like, just do better next time, because that don't look right, you know, to a certain amount of people. Like, that competing with different people and different things like that might actually hinder your business more than it pushes your business forward, you know, when it's all said and done. So yeah, Libra. Yes, Libra. What else for Libra? What else? What's this intolerance in the reverse for Libra? Car list, no car, repo, car issues, but it came out sideways. I know ain't nobody viewing nobody for the mundane stuff. Ain't nobody looking down on nobody for not having a car. What's this Eight of Earth for Libra? First of all, divination abuser in the reverse. So, I'm not sure if somebody is into divination or whatnot, you know, different things like that. But with this divination abuser, you know, and the way this card list came out like that, I'm feeling like it's like it was a stop to somebody abusing their authority, more so to speak, like the movement. Because when the card list came out, it came out like that. And initially I thought maybe somebody felt a certain type of way because a person didn't have a card, you know what I mean? But then when I did the clarifying again on this Eight of Earth, this divination abuser came out in the reverse. So I'm feeling like, because you have somebody who feel as if they more so was doing things right, doing things in the right manner, and maybe they did something within the field, you know, of divination, and they feel like the way that this other person is operating, like it's like a no, you know, they ain't no tolerance for that. Differences are seen as threats rather than growth. Or maybe somebody know a new type of way of doing something where somebody else was more so taught, you know, how they do something is generational. Like, this is how they was brought up. And they don't like, you know, the new way. It's like it's been a pause to it. The way that it happens, the way that it moves, like the way of going from one thing to another. It's been a pause with it. What's this divination abuser in the reverse? Always partying, and that's in the reverse. So it's like somebody not always partying. Somebody more so tried to overdo something that they know that they was able to do, like overdo their powers, overuse their powers, you know, thinking that it was going to take them somewhere, but it's like it didn't. Like, party, I like to use the term fight for your right to party, you know, in any aspect. I be speaking of You know, sometimes you be having to be more forceful. Like if you only allow or you only take what a person give you, then you're only going to get what they give you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to come in and snatch it. If you know what I mean. I don't mean that in no negative way or nothing like that. But it's like yeah, they wasn't able to do that. Always getting away with that. They wasn't able to do that. So what's this need validation with this 5 of water? Haunted. Memories, flashback, trauma, side effect. Yeah, this person was being weighed down, again, by the things that they've done in the past. They were being weighed down by the seeds that they have sown. They were being weighed down because they knew that they weren't just going to be able to get by, like just floating in the way that they have been getting by. Like that wasn't going to happen this time. That wasn't going to happen this time. It say I want you back in reverse. So it's like somebody didn't want. They're being haunted by the memories of somebody not wanting something. Now, if this is you or them, however it goes, somebody was in a situation where they remember like being rejected, or they remember feeling like they weren't winning. They remember losing. They remember like the feeling of not feeling wanted. And that's what was weighing them down with that 5 of water in reverse. Like, what's this want you big in the reverse? I say marrying for money in the reverse. So it's like a people doing things for money. Marrying for money. Getting themselves tied into things for money. Connecting themselves for money. Might be signing contracts in some way, shape, or form for money. Tying themselves to people, places, or things for financial gain. And this person remembered it, like they remember it. Or you may even, another story has somebody who's more so hunted by the fact that somebody wanted a person back that only married them for money, only married for money. They only in this partnership for money. It's like it ain't no emotions, like a person don't care. They always partying. Or another situation, you may have a Libra where you're in a situation like this, where you have somebody that's always partying, like, I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, so what's the 9 of Earth with the salamander? Obsessive lover. Obsessive lover. Dangerous, toxic, unhealthy possessiveness, karmic. So maybe a person feels as if they more so help this person become obsessive the way they did by the seeds that they sown, like with being so transparent with this person. Maybe this person showed different little ways of how they were, and this person more so made it seem okay, like it was all right, or it was going to be okay. Like the things that were being done was more accepted than what they actually were. With this cyberbullying coming out in the upright, you are being bullied online, or they have, or suffered from it. So maybe this person even got to a point where things they kind of like flooded over online. It flooded over outside of what they had going on, like wherever it was. If they used to do this on the phone, or this was a work situation, or whatever type of situation it was, it flooded out where it was more so being seen by the public. I don't want to take those because I don't like the way they came out. What's the cyberbullying spirit? Let me say, you gonna take it now. Carter case. Carter case, sexual disease, sexual infection, rash. So Libra, somebody was doing some cyberbullying, or maybe they got bullied at some point in time about something going on with them having a case of some way, something. And when I say a case, we see what they saying, a case. So what? Look, even this is throwing me for a loop now. But somebody was cyberbullying another person about them having a disease or something like that, in some way, shape, or form. Or was even just saying it. And that was something that, like, it wasn't no ignoring that. It wasn't no ignoring that. That was something where it was more so, it was too in your face. It was too bold. Like, it was too wrong. What is going on with this ignoring in the reverse? Jackpot winning. So you got somebody that, you know, it's like they couldn't ignore what was going on. And you got somebody else that is completely ignoring what is going on because they feel like things have been balanced out exactly how they supposed to. You know, and this person feel like they winning right now. Like they may have hit the jackpot. In which it do be like that, you know, they can't necessarily be upset because the other person is upset and say winning money, got rich, inheritance, unexpected money. It's like I'm feeling like this person wasn't even expecting to win. Move in silence, yeah. But I'm feeling like this jackpot, this win that this person got, I'm feeling like they ain't even loud with it. Like how boastful this other person was, you know, how they tried to more so be all in your face, like competition, all of this, like all this drama, all this that this other person wanted to have going on. Somebody else winning in silence, you know, it don't even take all that. What's this Seven of Earth? Too busy winning in the reverse. So this person feel like they didn't win again, like I said, because of the seeds that they have sown. When that harvest came up, that harvest wasn't what they thought it was. Them seeds wasn't as good a seed or as good a product as they thought they was. Even the trees had grown. Everything looked so beautiful to this person until they went out there to try to pick their fruits. And then they seen, oh, you know, maybe it ain't quite what they thought it was. They thought they was too busy winning, but they not winning. Not winning at all. What's this too busy winning in reverse? What's this too busy winning in reverse? In their head, overthinking, stress, overanalyzing, fake accounts. Yeah. So you got somebody that's overthinking about not being able to, it's looking like more so spy through some type of fake accounts or something, say fake social media accounts to spy, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. So it's seeming like somebody is more so looking for different things on social media. And somebody is more so moving in silence, like this is not a boastful person. What is this called? I want to know what that called a case. Let's see. I'm going to have to take them because I asked what that called a case. Bad reputation, love on the brain, ego in the reverse. So was this the type of competition or something like that for a partner of some sort? Like maybe somebody was competing with somebody for a partner. I thought it was something at work, but I guess if y'all doing it like this, then this can be a job too. But somebody's ego is hurt because within this confrontation or competition, competing, somebody ends up getting cyberbullied about them catching a case, a STD in some way, shape, or form. And it ended up making them look bad. They got a bad reputation by somebody that more so love on the brain, somebody that was more so into them or something like that. Somebody that was into them at some point and now they tried to keep that a secret. They tried to keep it silent. So now their ego hurt. Not an ego hurt. What's the Seven of Fire? Moving. And you got somebody that's deciding to move on. Again, the competition is over. That's the whole situation done exalted itself. Somebody is exhausted, you know, and it's time to move on. What's this moving in the upright? Or maybe you might even have somebody that's feeling like they want to run. Yeah. They want to run. They want to hurry up and move because the creeping is out. It ain't no creeping. Their secret is out. They lost. And yeah, that may have been what was causing this other person to feel way down. They can't creep no more. Child services. Oh my goodness. Kids at risk of being taken or is about to reporting something. Neglect, abuse. So you got somebody, what's this child services? Legal issues, yeah. So maybe this is something that came out with this other person. They might have legal issues with something doing with child services. Or this person may have, again, you know, because you know how you could be talking about something on the physical or you could be talking about something on the spiritual. So maybe this person tried to hinder this person's growth or this person's creative, you know, this person's child, what it is that they was trying to come forth with in the world, you know, to more so express to the world. And it's causing them some type of issues, you know, because it was unjust. Because they was being a thief. And they was threatening people. Yeah. Anything else there to Libra? Anything else to Libra? Anything else to Libra, Spirit? Says creativity, steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off you. That's in the reverse. So somebody is not able to steal your work. They're not able to steal your ideas. They're not able to copy your work. They're not able to duplicate off of you. They ain't able to do none of that. Ain't none of that going on. Karmic friends in the reverse. You got away from them people because you knew you couldn't fully trust them. Yeah. And you released all that tension, let go of all that secret competition. Keep your friends closer, your enemies closer. Maybe, again, this is something that was going on amongst a friend group of people, you know. But somebody ended up finding out that they friends, it was a karmic relationship, you know. So, all right, Libra. We're going to leave us where it's at. Till next time. See you later.